morning and welcome to The Big Story on Daybreak Live. I am your host, Samson Balogun. Today we take a deep dive into one of the most complex challenges shaping Nigeria's present and future. A challenge where politics, insecurity and public sentiment intersect in ways that influence national stability and public trust. Our topic this morning is when politics, insecurity, religion, sentiments collide, understanding Nigeria's most dangerous crossroads. The conversation is critical because Nigeria is navigating a period where political decisions, rising security threats, and emotionally charged public reaction often create tension points across the country. Understanding how these forces interact is key to understanding our national trajectory. And joining us to discuss this is a respected political figure, Honorable Taofeek Akinwale. He's an APC chieftain and the 2023 gubernatorial candidate of the Labour Party in Oyo State. He brings a unique perspective shaped by years of political engagement across party lines. In recent years, Nigeria has witnessed a surge in security challenges, kidnappings, banditry, violent crime, and public unrest, and all occurring alongside intense political competition. As these incidents unfold, public sentiments also run high, often shaping opinions, debates, and even political mandates. At the same time, religion still plays a role in national conversations, but more subtly, influencing identity, shaping community responses, and occasionally becoming part of broader public discourse. However, it is the combination of insecurity, political pressure, and emotional public reaction that has formed one of Nigeria's most sensitive crossroads. Today, we explore how political actors respond to leverage on insecurity, the role public sentiment play in shaping political narratives, why national conversations easily become heated or polarized, and how leaders can navigate these tensions without deepening divides, and what strategies can help Nigeria build trust and stability once again. Honorable Taofeek Akinwale's political journey from Labour Party governorship candidate to APC chieftain places him in a unique position to unpack how these forces shape political strategy, public expectations, and governance. Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us on the show. Honorable Taofeek Akinwale, good to have you on the show this morning.
Good morning, and it's a pleasure of being here always.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack on this show. Nigeria is at a crossroad, and we have to determine what trajectory and to what extent this has damaged the security landscape in the country. From your vantage view, as a political actor, how would you describe the current intersection of politics and security in Nigeria?
Thank you very much. It is customarily, periods of elections are always, heightened with insecurity, and it is not new. I'm not saying that insecurity has not been in existence before in Nigeria, but it's always, getting high when it comes to period of election, and especially when the incumbent leadership is also eligible to seek for re-election. That has been the traditional way of politicking in Nigeria. And it's not a thing that cannot be tamed, because if the incumbent realizes that, it is a game plan, then the onus lies on the leadership too, to tackle the insecurity with all sense of responsibility, to enhance that their credibility for next election or for next, preparation for election. Because, believe me, everything that is happening, it has been in existence even before this administration. And there is no government that will be on ground that will neglect the basic reason for governance according to the Constitution. The Constitution says that government shall provide security of lives and properties. 2, the government also be responsible for the well-being of the citizenry. Those are 2 basic reasons for governance or existence of government. And in order to discredit any government and not to, give that government a kind of confidence to come again, so there will be serious disorderliness in security networking.
So are you saying some Nigerians play politics with the lives of Nigerian people? And as it stands, are we at a crossroad, or this is just another democratic evolution that people shouldn't really worry about?
It is not only some Nigerians. It's not only some Nigerians. International community also, whose interest has not been protected very well, we also come in order to discredit the current, administration that is not in support of their own, policies. It has been the normal norms and the traditional way of checkmating on cooperative government. So it is expected, and that the incumbent also need to put all the arsenals to ensure that all hands are on deck to bring about, dependable security networking that will enhance the confidence, or even, put more confidence in the heart of Nigerians or the people at large. So what am I saying in essence is that the issue of security, if you look at the budgets, the security of this country, the budget for the security, department has been so huge, and encouragement has been tremendous by the government. So I will urge the security personnel that this is a work that we need to do with utmost sense of, patriotism, that will enhance and bring our own name into a very good record. So I will urge them to be up and doing. They know the nooks and crannies of this country, and they have, information at their disposal. Whatever they think will be needed to showcase their professionalism, they should also ask more from the government, because we do not take from them excuses. We do not want them to take chances, because it is important that our security, should be taken more seriously, because everything's about growth, development, and progress of the government lies in the security.
Okay, having said that, you have mentioned some vital points which I want us to munch on very quickly. Okay. You mentioned that security has gotten a huge chunk of the allocation for Nigeria recently, and I want to go through the past years. In the year 2024, the federal budget, security plus defense security, was about 13.38% of the total budget. And of course, in the 2023 budget, defense and security got 13 point, yes, that's around that. For 2025, it got around 4.9 trillion naira, which was approximately around 9.8% of the total budget. Now, the Nigerian government pays so much on security. Security vote is being given to every state government. There used to be a time where security vote was around 60 million, and I think that was between 2007, 2008 or thereabouts. And as it stands, some states get as much as billions of naira on security votes. And that is even an amount of money they don't account for. EFCC do not ask about security votes because they think security business is sacred business in this country. Now, as it stands, having spent so much on security, why do we still have persistent security challenges in the country, especially in the north? Most of them, because of the insecurity crisis we currently have in that part of the country, they get so much money and the problems still persist. Now, if we now play politics with the current situation, who should be held responsible, the federal government or the state governors?
Thank you very much. I think...
have we weaponized insecurity in this country? Is it a weapon, now a tool to be used for campaigns?
I have said it before now, that traditionally, we used to have it so heated up at this period. You know, we are approaching another election cycle. And in order to discredit the incumbent government, people will put all their arsenals to ensure that the relatively, security being enjoyed by people are chartered. And that's exactly what is playing out. Like I said, that the present government has done something very strategic by way of, body language. In fact, it has been, pronounced by the president. Although it needs to go through all these legislative procedures, that there will be state police. I think we have never had it since inception of Nigeria. When the state police come into play, we still, believe that it will bring down all these crises. However, the money given to the security may not be enough, and that may be another reason why the government should also increase the budgeting allocation, budgetary allocation to the security, that is defense. Having said that, we still need more equipments. Very, very important, because we see them on social media when these terrorists will be showing their machines, their equipments, that in fact you may not have even seen it with our own security personnel. So we need to buckle up on the equipment, and also we need to also ensure that more training are given out to the security personnel, because to enhance their professionalism. Because many a times it's better that we prevent. See, intelligence gathering, it is a very, very good, approach to security. Once you know that there's going to be a kind of strike somewhere, you'll be able to know how to tame it.
You'll be proactive about it.
Exactly. So it is important that we give special attention to this more than ever before. But I think from the north, most importantly, it is a place where they take religion so important and so to their heart. We should also ask the imams, the cleric men, to also join hands in sermonizing people that they have been using, and telling people that it's all about, a nation, and that they should not allow people to use them as a destructive agent of the country, I think it's better that this approach is also used.
Now, let's talk about this very quickly, and this is a part where too many people don't talk about, which is public sentiment. How much influence do public reactions, especially on social media, how much does it have on political decisions as of today in the country?
Of course, everything's on the social media now. There's no government that will joke with reactions of the citizens on social media. Most of the things that the government, embark on, they got information, from social media, and that's why the government appointed a media head on social media, and these media heads give information time to time to the principal, and also principal are making good use of it. And that will enhance, a kind of information gathering. Everything now is on social media, and I believe so much that it helps a lot.
In recent times, you have seen situations where emotions overshadow facts in public debates. And then how do we separate these two so that governments can make informed decisions, not based on emotions, but on topical issues?
Thank you very much. Exactly. You see, I want to mention two names, and the government should be able to take good care of them. When I say take good care of them, in security terms, they know what I mean. Two people are on the front line, fencing for two known destructive agents in this country. When I say destructive agents, the people, anybody that is shocking blood is destructive. So nobody, a good thinking, a right thinking person should not support those groups. And people that are being defending or talking about them, government is not doing anything about them. The government should be proactive this time around. I mean, Gumi and Peter Obi.
Sheyi Gumi and Peter Obi.
Yes. Gumi has been in front role, being a negotiator
for bandits.
For bandits. Being somebody speaking for them as if they have the rights in the country. As if they have provisional right that they should be taken care because they are bandits. He wanted, even Gumi also asked for presidential treatment for them. I don't understand. The same thing Peter Obi was, canvassing for IPOP, that the government should also look for negotiator for them, and government should take, cognizance of their, demands too. He even said that Kanu should not be arrested in the first instance, not even, be prosecuted, nor, giving the kind of judgment that he has been given. So these are very two people that have been working freely in this country.
You consider them dangerous to the Nigerian?
Because I don't know if government is doing something and they are putting it down. Are they not considered to be people to be, giving a kind of special attention to, especially when it's when they are talking about two, groups that are shocking blood and defending them as if what they are doing is normal. So I want to call on federal government to ensure that they look into the matter very well, and they should probably invite the two personalities involved to state exactly their interest, because it is important this time around that we take the bull by the horn. It is not a tea party matter. Security is a serious business, and thence it should be seen seriously by the serious government.
Okay, very quickly, let me say this and ask you this particular question. The last week, Sheikh Gumi has been in the southwest. He was in Lagos for the Robita meeting for League of Imams. And then this week, last week again, he was in Ibadan. And then someone notable in the religious sector said something. That is Alhaji Taufik Akeugbagoda said, whoever brought Gumi to Ibadan should be investigated and they should all be questioned. Are you of the same school of thought? Because Sheikh Gumi, for example, during the last Hajj, Saudi Arabia told him not to come for Hajj in Saudi Arabia. And he's working free in Nigeria. And then some people, just like you said earlier, feel like he should have been invited by the DSS and then be questioned. Now he's working free. Are you of the same school of thought as Alhaji Taufik Akeugbagoda?
I am not in the same school of thought with anybody.
Okay.
I get my thoughts from the whole lot of experience I've got during my political, journey so far, and my experience in civil service, as well as also the community, happenings. Having said that, I want to say that I don't think Gumi was in Robita.
Okay.
But I was very sure he came
to Ibadan.
Just an appearance in Ibadan. From the reliable source, I was told he was not invited. And I don't know why he came and what was the role he played out there. Be that as it may, it is a bad omen for somebody like that to be allowed in such a very good program organized by the Southern Muslim Ummah. We are talking about Southern Muslim Ummah. We are not talking about Northern Muslim Ummah. He has no role to play. And it's even a kind of a bad omen for him to come around. The whole lot of discussion there, the whole lot of beautiful ideas, the whole lot of efforts to curb terrorism has been defeated with the appearance of that highly tagged, very very unacceptable in security networking of Nigeria, based on his antecedents and efforts so far. So I want to ask the Southern Nigerian Muslim Ummah, they can make a press release on why and the reason and who also invited him, because it's a serious matter and they don't need to just close their eyes on it. It is something they need to voice out. The rationale behind his coming, exact role he came to play, and who actually invited him. Yes, it is important because it has been the subject of discourse that why would they invite somebody like that whose reputation has been tinted with uncertainties. So I think it's better the leadership of Southern Muslim Ummah look critically into this and ensure that they report back to the public to douse tension and to give credibility to whatever role they are playing on securing the security of this country. I think it's a good effort on their hand to bring scholars together, to bring people of reputable personality to talk about our problems and probably to even have a kind of a solution to it. So for individual to just come and smear whatever they have done, it needs a lot of rethinking about.
Yes, religion is one of the key reasons, indicators how people form opinions, especially going into electioneering period. As Nigerians, do you think this has affected us positively or negatively?
Yes, it has affected us both. Religion is important and it has been playing a very pivotal role in getting anything, even apart from security. You could recall that it was through religion that Nigeria was captured, was colonized. You remember missionaries? Right. Yes, they used this avenue to enter into the heart of Nigerians. So religion has been so important that there's nobody that is not religious. Even those people that said that they don't believe in God, they believe in something. That thing that they believe, or not believing in God, is also a religion. So there's nobody that do not need spiritual backing for one thing or the other. The way you look for it is different, and you use it differently. So it's a very good agent. Religion is a very good agent to pass information. It's a very good agent to pass information, whether good or bad. And some bad elements have been using religion also to contribute advertly into Nigeria, our security networking. Because many things they say at religious ground, people there listen and believe so much. And this has been tremendously giving us monumental issues. So we need to look at that critically, most critically, to ensure that we maximize the opportunity of worship places to enhance our security network. We should be able to study. There should be a board that will be in charge of, so many religious worship centers that we also cover events there and ensure that the worshippers are not dished.
They are getting the right message.
Exactly, the negative message that can endanger our security networking.
Now, very quickly, how do you think the governments can manage the situation of religious sensitivity to make decisions that shape the future of the country without creating religious tension?
There's no way the religious tension will be created, because majority of our worship center now are being under registration of CAC. And recently, they also talk about regulation of somebody who is 70 years to retire from the pulpits. I hope you are aware of this. So by way of doing so, they are regulating it also. At least they can now say, okay, based on the security, issues that we are having, we want, the clergymen to assist the government in disseminating rightful information so that our subjects will not be used as agents of destruction. And also that everybody should know that security is everybody's business. And if you see something, you have to say something. And this, apart from that, they can also embark on prayers that will, give us a lasting security, atmosphere in the country. So there are various ways by which the government can do this. Just like film censor board. So they can also do something like that, because it is an important tool to, sharpen anything that is, unripe in this country and everywhere in the world. So the authorities should not, relent efforts in that sector.
Okay, let's go back a little bit on the show. You said something about security and you spoke about the police. Yesterday, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was in a closed-door meeting with service chiefs in the country. And one of the resolutions was to withdraw police officers who are currently guarding important personalities in the country. That's about 100,000 of them. And as it stands, the current statistics, not factual, not detailed details, but most definitely we have about just over 400,000 police officers in Nigeria, and about 100,000 of them are guarding VIPs across the country. Do you think this step by the president will further enhance security in Nigeria as we speak?
I think it is a step that we should applaud. Yes, it's a step that we should applaud. Because 100,000 policemen, not jokes. 100,000 policemen, not jokes. And if these personnel are also put or had through the existing one, it will go a long way to help. And these individuals that we're talking about, these individuals, they can afford private security
Okay.
protection because they are well-to-do people. So, and they are also entitled to have, you know, personal equipment to safeguard themselves. You understand? If they have obtained their licenses, I think it's good that they are looking into this direction. However, this is not the first time this announcement will be made. But when you go out again,
you'll still find them
you
there.
still find them there. So I don't know if this time around, if it is another from the President and Commander-in-Chief, not another from newly appointed Inspector General of Police. You know, each time a police, I mean, an IGP
comes about,
comes,
he withdraws all
they withdraw
police
some,
officers.
so that they will still come again to probably, you know,
Make a request.
And you know, you understand what that means.
I do not understand what it means.
Yes, the Nigerians knows. The Nigerians,
You can just make it a little bit clear.
they know. So it's
understand.
clearer to them. They know it very well. So if this order is coming from the president and commander-in-chief, and in view of crisis that we are facing, serious one, especially this time around, the turn of defense has been so, you know, attached globally that everybody, we are in the eyes of everyone now in the world.
We are in the public domain now.
Exactly. So I think this time around, the order will be respected, and we see how it will help, you know, the security network of this.
Just one last question before we go. Some people have talked about the fact that the Southwest is currently also getting closer and closer to what the North currently looks like. There's an attack in Kwara, and there are fears that we might just have the same situation in some part of the country. One of those people who alluded to that fact was Iba Gani Adams, who is the Are Ona Kakanfo of Yoruba land, made this assertion just last week. And then some people are saying these bandits are activating their sleeper cells across the country. Especially when you look at your terrain, your domain, you realize the fact that most of them are there. You don't even understand the language they are speaking, but they are across. Should the people of the Southwest, and the Southwest will be worried about security going forward?
That's unlike my people here, the Southerners. Yes, they are always proactive. One of the reasons why they held their Southern Muslim Ummah was to curb all this insecurity, so that it will not infiltrate to
the Southwest.
The Southwest. And you know it that Kwara is not in the South. Kwara is in the North.
Central. But a part of them, they are Yoruba
There's
speaking.
no part.
So they are Yoruba speaking.
There's
one way
no
or
part.
the other.
They belong to, you know, Central, North Central. They are not to Southwest. So even they speak.
But they share border with the Southwest.
They speak Yoruba, just like Kogi people do. Okay, so it does not make them to be part of Southwest. as long as the geographical
geopolitical arrangement
is concerned. Having said that, all efforts are on, on ground by our security, especially people from this part of the country, to make sure that they don't come around here.
Okay, Honorable Taofeek.
You remember we have Amatekun.
Right.
And a lot of vigilante groups, and a lot. So they can't tell us here.
Honorable Taofeek Akinwale, thank you for joining us on the show this morning. It has been an eye-opening session with you.
Thank you.
Now, very quickly before we go, the business of security is everyone's business. If you say something, you say something. And at the point that Nigeria is at a crossroad, it is our collective responsibility to put Nigeria, and of course every part of the country, where it rightfully belongs, where security is important to everyone. Thank you for being a part of this segment of the show so far. Let's go on a quick break. The show is still Daybreak Live, but Trend Watch is up next. Samson Balogun is my name.